Have you ever been frustrated when your script just won't find the file you know is right there? If that's you, you're in the right place. Today, we're diving into a common Python issue: why the open function requires a full path. I totally get it. You write your script and everything seems perfect, but then you hit a wall with a file not found error. It's one of the most annoying things that can happen when coding, and you're definitely not alone in this struggle. Here's the specific situation we're looking at. A user recently asked, why does the open function require the full path of the file? They mentioned that their script and the CSV file are in the same directory, yet they still encounter a file not found error. Sound familiar? Let's explore this together. So, what could be causing this? The issue often arises from how Python handles file paths. If the script is not running in the same directory as the file, it won't find it unless you provide the full path. Let's break this down step by step. And stick around. I've got a handy tip at the end that will help you avoid this issue in the future. To address the user's issue, we first need to understand why the file not found error occurs. This error typically means that Python cannot locate the specified file in the current working directory. Next, the user should check the current working directory of their script. This can be done by adding a few lines of code to print the current directory. If the current working directory is not where the script and the CSV file are located, the user can either change the working directory or provide the full path to the file. Finally, if the user prefers to keep the relative path, they can ensure that the script is executed from the correct directory. This can be done by navigating to the script's directory in the terminal before running it. Fun fact: did you know that the first computer file systems were so basic that they couldn't even handle file paths longer than 255 characters? We've come a long way since then. Now, let's look at the answers provided by other users. One user shares their experience with file paths in Python. They mention that they often face issues when not using the absolute path or building the path with the os.path module. Even when the file is in the same directory, they still encounter problems. They found success using a solution from another user, Chiheb, and provide their working code example. Let's take a look at another answer from another user. An alternative approach shared by another user involves using the OS module to determine the full path of the script. They suggest defining a variable that captures the directory of the current file, then using that path to read the configuration file. Now, let's dive into a different answer from another user. An alternative solution provided by another user suggests that Python may not know which directory to use when opening a file. They recommend starting with the current path of the Python script. You can achieve this by using the OS module to get the directory of the current file. That's the end of that answer. Let's see another perspective. An alternative approach shared by another user involves using Python's built-in attribute, score_file, to get the absolute path of your script. This way, you can construct the path to your target file without needing to specify the full path manually. This method helps avoid path issues, especially when using tools like Visual Studio Code, allowing you to run your script from any location without errors. Here's the tip I promised. Always check your current working directory before running your scripts. This simple habit can save you a lot of headaches. And there you have it. You should now have a better understanding of why the open function requires a full path. Remember, checking your working directory is key. If you found this helpful, hit that subscribe button for more tips, and don't miss our next video on Python best practices.